What if the world you see, the vibrant colors of the sunrise, the precious faces of your loved ones, is a gift you hold in your hands, and you are unknowingly letting it slip through your fingers? We accept its slow fading as inevitable, a fog creeping in at the edges of our vision. Most will hear a list of drinks and see only recipes. 99% will miss the final, unifying principle of inner illumination, and without it, you are simply drinking tea in the dark, and the darkness will continue to grow. Understanding darkness. Before we can speak of repair, we must first understand the nature of the slow decay. We call it failing eyesight, a simple mechanical term. This is a profound misunderstanding. Your eyes are not machines. They are living jewels. They are the windows of your temple through which the light of the world enters and the light of your spirit shines out. The slow clouding of these windows is not a mechanical failure. It is a sign that the inner environment of the temple has become compromised. The darkness we perceive is a reflection of a chaos that is happening within. This chaos has three primary forms. The first is a silent, internal rusting process. Every moment of sight, every pulse of light that enters your eye is an act of immense energy. And like any process of energy creation, it produces a byproduct, a form of metabolic smoke known as oxidative stress. In our youth, the temple has a vast army of caretakers who constantly sweep away this smoke. But as we age, and as our diet and environment become less pure, the smoke begins to accumulate faster than it can be cleared. It settles on the delicate structures of the eye, the lens, the retina, creating a fine layer of rust that obscures the light. The second form of chaos is a smoldering inner fire. This is the chronic, low-grade inflammation that is the root of so much suffering in our modern world. It is a fire fueled by a diet of processed foods, by stress, by a lack of deep rest. This silent fire does not burn with a bright flame, but it is incredibly destructive. It slowly cooks the delicate proteins in the lens of the eye, making them stiff and cloudy. It irritates the fine network of blood vessels that feed the retina, weakening them and making them prone to leakage. It is a constant, low-grade assault on the very substance of your sight. The third form of chaos is a stagnant, silty river. Your eyes are nourished by a network of blood vessels so tiny, so fine, that they are almost unimaginable. Through this network must flow the river of your blood, bringing oxygen and vital nutrients and carrying away the metabolic smoke. If your circulation is poor, if your blood is thick and sludgy, this river becomes slow and stagnant. The vital nourishment cannot reach the delicate cells of the eye, and the toxic waste cannot be effectively removed. The jewels of your eyes begin to starve and suffocate in their own waste. To repair our eyes, we cannot simply polish the outside of the windows. We must address the inner environment of the temple. We must provide the body with the specific tools it needs to quench the fire, to sweep away the rust, and to restore the flow of the inner river. And the most powerful time to do this work is not during the busy chaos of the day, but in the deep, sacred quiet of the night while you sleep. Sleep is not an empty void. It is the time when the master craftsmen come out to repair the temple. The bedtime drinks we will explore are the precious materials we leave out for these craftsmen, allowing them to perform their sacred work of restoration. Golden thread. The first drink is a medicine of profound subtlety and ancient power. It is a drink that carries the color of the sun itself, a liquid gold to cleanse the windows of the soul. This is a tea made from the delicate threads of saffron. For millennia, saffron has been revered not just as a spice, but as a sacred medicine for the spirit and the eyes. Its power lies in its almost otherworldly concentration of unique and powerful antioxidants, particularly compounds called crocin and quercetin. These are the master sweepers of the temple. Think of the oxidative stress we spoke of, the metabolic rust that accumulates on the delicate lens and retina. The crocin and quercetin in saffron are among the most powerful natural agents known for neutralizing this specific type of damage. When you drink a simple infusion of saffron before bed, you are not just consuming a pleasant drink, you are dispatching a highly specialized team of guardians into your bloodstream. As you sleep, These guardians travel to the delicate tissues of your eyes and begin their quiet work. They seek out the free radicals, the molecules of rust, and they neutralize them, protecting the light-sensitive cells from further decay. But their work is even more profound. Studies have shown that these saffron compounds can actually help to protect the photoreceptor cells, the rods and cones that are responsible for sight itself, from damage and can even improve their function. It is like polishing the very jewels that perceive the light, making them more resilient, more vibrant. The energy of saffron is one of clarity and protection. It is a medicine that brings light. The ritual of preparation is as important as the drink itself. It is a practice of mindfulness. You take just a few threads, 5 or 6 is enough, of high-quality saffron. You place them in a cup of warm, not boiling water, and you watch. You watch as the golden orange color slowly, beautifully bleeds out from the threads, infusing the water with its essence. This act of watching is a meditation. It is a moment of quiet focus that prepares your mind for the state of rest and repair to come. You sip this golden liquid slowly with the intention of sending this healing light to your eyes. You are not just drinking a tea, you are performing a sacred ritual for the preservation of your inner light. This is the first and most fundamental provision you can leave for the nightly craftsman. Warming river. The second drink is designed to address the stagnant river and the smoldering fire. It is a drink of warmth, of movement, of deep anti-inflammatory power. It is a medicine that warms the inner ocean and encourages its currents to flow freely, bringing life and carrying away waste. This is a tea made from the 2 great roots of healing, ginger and turmeric. These 2 plants are not just spices for flavor, they are ancient and powerful medicines that have been used for thousands of years to support the health of the entire human system. Ginger is a master of flow. It is a warming, pungent root that stimulates circulation. Think of it as a gentle, persistent force that helps to move the blood through even the finest, most delicate vessels, like those that feed your eyes. When circulation is improved, 2 things happen. First, more oxygen and more vital nutrients can reach the cells of the retina and the lens, providing them with the energy they need to function and repair themselves. Second, the metabolic waste, the smoke and the rust can be more effectively carried away, preventing its toxic accumulation. To drink ginger tea is to gently encourage the inner river to flow, cleansing and nourishing the entire landscape of the body. Turmeric is ginger's wise and powerful partner. Its active compound, curcumin, is perhaps the most potent natural anti-inflammatory substance on earth. If chronic inflammation is the silent, smoldering fire that is slowly cooking the delicate structures of your eyes, curcumin is the master firefighter. It works on a deep systemic level to quiet the inflammatory signals, to cool the heat, and to create an inner environment of peace and harmony where true healing can occur. For the eyes, this is crucial. It helps to protect the tiny blood vessels from inflammatory damage and preserves the clarity of the lens. The true wisdom of this drink lies in its preparation, in the understanding of synergy. To make the tea, you take thin slices of fresh ginger and fresh turmeric root. Simmer them gently in water for 10 to 15 minutes and then strain. But to unlock the true power of the turmeric, you must add 2 secret keys. First, a tiny pinch of black pepper. The piperine in the pepper dramatically increases your body's ability to absorb the curcumin. Without it, most of the benefit is lost. Second, a small drop of a healthy fat, like coconut oil or ghee. Curcumin is fat-soluble, and consuming it with a fat allows it to be transported more effectively into your system. This combination, ginger, turmeric, black pepper, and fat, is a profoundly intelligent formula. It is a warm, soothing drink that, taken before bed, works through the night to quell the fire and restore the flow of your inner river, providing the perfect conditions for the craftsmen to do their work. Crimson Dew. The third drink is a medicine of deep, foundational nourishment. It is not a stimulating medicine, but a building one. It provides the specific, essential nutrients that the structures of the eye crave for their long-term health and resilience. It is a sweet, gentle, and profoundly restorative elixir. This is a tea made from the small red jewels known as goji berries. In traditional Chinese medicine, goji berries have been revered for centuries as a primary tonic for the eyes, for brightening the vision. Modern science is now beginning to understand the profound wisdom behind this ancient tradition. Goji berries are unique in their nutritional profile. They contain extremely high levels of two specific antioxidants that are of supreme importance for eye health: lutein and zeaxanthin. These two compounds are the only antioxidants that are found directly in the macula, the central part of the retina that is responsible for our sharpest, most detailed central vision. Think of lutein and zeaxanthin as a pair of internal sunglasses. They form a protective yellow pigment in the macula that filters out damaging high-energy blue light from the sun and from artificial screens. They are the primary guardians of your most precious visual real estate. As we age, the density of this protective macular pigment naturally declines, leaving the retina more vulnerable to damage. This is a key factor in the development of age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. To consume goji berries is to directly replenish this inner shield. You are providing your body with the exact materials it needs to rebuild its natural defenses against the damaging effects of light. You are thickening your internal sunglasses, protecting the delicate photoreceptor cells from the rusting process of oxidative stress. The preparation of this crimson dew is beautifully simple. You take a small handful of dried goji berries, about a tablespoon, and place them in a cup. You pour hot, but not boiling, water over them and let them steep for 10 to 15 minutes. The berries will plump up, becoming soft and juicy, and the water will take on a beautiful, pale crimson color and a slightly sweet, comforting taste. You can sip the tea slowly, and then, at the end, you should eat the rehydrated berries themselves to receive the full benefit of their fiber and nutrients. To drink this gentle, sweet tea before bed is an act of deep nourishment. It is a way of providing your nightly craftsmen with the specific, precious materials they need to rebuild the most vital protective structures within your eyes. It is a quiet, loving practice for the long-term preservation of clear, sharp sight. Violet dusk. The fourth and final drink is a medicine of deep calm and specific repair. It is a drink that prepares the entire temple for the sacred work of the night, while also delivering a potent medicine for the regeneration of the eye's most delicate functions. It is a drink that embodies the quiet, healing energy of twilight. This is a tea made from a blend of two gentle yet powerful plants, chamomile and bilberry. Chamomile is the great soother. It is a flower that carries the energy of profound peace. Its primary role in this bedtime ritual is to prepare the ground for healing. It is a gentle sedative for the nervous system. It helps to calm the anxious, racing mind and to lower the levels of the stress hormone cortisol. High levels of cortisol at night are the enemy of repair. They keep the body in a state of alarm, preventing it from entering the deepest, most restorative stages of sleep. By drinking a warm cup of chamomile tea, you are consciously downshifting your entire system. You are quieting the gods, dismissing the worried ministers, and creating an atmosphere of deep peace within the temple. This is the essential first step that allows the master craftsman to emerge and begin their work without disturbance. Into this state of calm, we introduce the master craftsman itself, the bilberry. Bilberry is a small dark purple fruit, a close relative of the blueberry, but with a much higher concentration of powerful compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give the berry its deep violet color. During World War II, British Royal Air Force pilots famously ate bilberry jam to improve their night vision. This folklore is now backed by science. The The anthocyanins in bilberry have a remarkable affinity for the eyes. They are powerful antioxidants that help to strengthen the walls of the tiny blood vessels in the retina, preventing them from becoming weak and leaky. But their most magical property is their ability to help regenerate a substance called rhodopsin, or visual purple. This is the pigment in the rod cells of your retina that is essential for seeing in low light and for adapting to changes in brightness. As we age, the regeneration of this pigment can slow down, leading to poor night vision. To consume bilberry is to provide the raw materials needed to rebuild this crucial substance. You are directly supporting your ability to see in the dusk and the dawn. The practice is to create a simple infusion of these two herbs. You can use dried chamomile flowers and dried bilberries or a high-quality bilberry extract powder. You steep them together in hot water for 10 minutes. The resulting tea has the calming apple-like aroma of chamomile with the deep violet hue of the bilberry. To sip this violet dusk tea before sleep is a twofold act of wisdom. You are first creating the state of profound calm necessary for healing, and then you are delivering a specific, powerful medicine to aid in the nightly repair and regeneration of your precious sight. Inner illumination. We have explored 4 drinks, 4 paths, 4 different forms of nourishment for the windows of your temple, but if you walk away with only a list of recipes, you have received the shallowest part of the teaching. You have received a map, but you have not learned how to read the stars. The recipes are not the secret. The secret is the unifying principle that allows you to use them with wisdom. This is the principle of inner illumination. It is the understanding that the health of your eyes is a reflection of the health of your inner world, and that the act of healing is an act of conscious, mindful participation. This principle is built on 4 pillars. The first pillar is purity of source. The herbs and fruits we use are medicines. You cannot create a pure medicine from a contaminated source. You must seek out ingredients that are organic, grown with care, and free from the chaotic information of pesticides and chemicals. This is not a small detail. It is the foundation of the entire practice. To use impure ingredients is to ask your craftsman to build a sacred temple with polluted materials.